And know that whatever ye take as spoils of war, lo, a fifth thereof is for Allah, and for the messenger, and for the kinsman who hath need, and orphans, and the needy, and the wayfarer, if ye believe in Allah, and that which we revealed unto our slave on the day of discrimination, the day when the two armies met, and Allah is able to do all things. When ye were on the near bank of the valley, and they were on the yonder bank, and the caravan was below you on the coast plain, and had ye trysted to meet one another, ye surely would have failed to keep the tryst. But it happened as it did without the forethought of either of you, that Allah might conclude a thing that must be done, that he who perished on that day might perish by a clear proof of his sovereignty, and he who survived might survive by a clear proof of his sovereignty. Lo, Allah in truth is hearer, knower. When Allah showed them unto thee, O Muhammad, in thy dream as few in number, and if he had shown them to thee as many, ye Muslims would have faltered, and would have quarrelled over the affair. But Allah saved you. Lo, he knoweth what is in the breasts of men. And when he made you Muslims, when ye met them, see them with your eyes as few, and lessened you in their eyes. It was that Allah might conclude a thing that must be done. Unto Allah all things are brought back. O ye who believe, when ye meet an army, hold firm, and think of Allah much, that ye may be successful. And obey Allah and his messenger, and dispute not one with another, lest ye falter, and your strength depart from you, but be steadfast. Lo, Allah is with the steadfast. Be not as those who came forth from their dwellings boastfully, and to be seen of men, and debar men from the way of Allah, while Allah is surrounding all they do. And when Satan made their deeds seem fair to them, and said, No one of mankind can conquer you this day, for I am your protector. But when the armies came in sight of one another, he took flight, saying, Lo, I am guiltless of you. Lo, I see that which ye see not. Lo, I fear Allah, and Allah is severe in punishment. When the hypocrites and those in whose hearts is a disease said, Their religion hath deluded them, whoso putteth his trust in Allah will find that, lo, Allah is mighty wise. If thou couldst see how the angels receive those who disbelieve, smiting their faces and their backs, and saying, Taste the punishment of burning. This is for that which your own hands have sent before to the judgment. And know that Allah is not a tyrant to his slaves. Their way is as the way of Pharaoh's folk and those before them. They disbelieved the revelations of Allah, and Allah took them in their sins. Lo, Allah is strong, severe in punishment. That is because Allah never changeth the grace he hath bestowed on any people, until they first change that which is in their hearts. And that is because Allah is hearer, knower. Their way is as the way of Pharaoh's folk and those before them. They denied the revelations of their Lord, so we destroyed them in their sins. And we drowned the folk of Pharaoh, all were evil doers. Lo, the worst of beasts in Allah's sight are the ungrateful who will not believe. Those of them with whom thou madest a treaty, and then at every opportunity they break their treaty, and they keep not duty to Allah. If thou comest on them in the war, deal with them so as to strike fear in those who are behind them, that haply they may remember. And if thou fearest treachery from any folk, then throw back to them their treaty fairly. Lo, Allah loveth not the treacherous. And let not those who disbelieve suppose that they can outstrip Allah's purpose. Lo, they cannot escape. Make ready for them all thou canst of armed force and of horses tethered, that thereby ye may dismay the enemy of Allah and your enemy, and others beside them, whom ye know not. Allah knoweth them. Whatsoever ye spend in the way of Allah, it will be repaid to you in full, and ye will not be wronged. And if they incline to peace, incline thou also to it, and trust in Allah. Lo, He is the hearer, the knower. And if they would deceive thee, then lo, Allah is sufficient for thee. He it is who supporteth thee with His help, and with the believers. And as for the believers, hath attuned their hearts. If thou hadst spent all that is in the earth, thou couldst not have attuned their hearts. But Allah hath attuned them. Lo, He is mighty, wise. O Prophet, Allah is sufficient for thee and those who follow thee of the believers. O Prophet, exhort the believers to fight. If there be of you 20 steadfast, they shall overcome 200. And if there be of you 100 steadfast, they shall overcome 1,000 of those who disbelieve, because they, the disbelievers, are a folk without intelligence. Now hath Allah lightened your burden, for He knoweth that there is weakness in you. So if there be of you a steadfast 100, they shall overcome 200. And if there be of you 1,000 steadfast, they shall overcome 2,000 by permission of Allah. Allah is with the steadfast. It is not for any prophet to have captives until he hath made slaughter in the land. Ye desire the lure of this world, and Allah desireth for you the hereafter. And Allah is mighty, wise. Had it not